Are we live now? Hopefully that worked. I think it did. Yep, it did. Okay. Thanks for your patience. Hopefully you can hear me okay. You should be able to. And yeah, welcome to this live stream. The last couple weeks, I've been creating music inspired by Red Dead Redemption. And yeah, I'll just go ahead and dive in to this one I'm doing now. So what I do is I start with a temp track, also short for temporary track. And I like to just write it in here in the corner of my Logic session. The temp track for today, our contestant today, is Icarus and Friends. This is from Red Dead 2. Most of my temp tracks have been from the first game. This is the second. And, oh yeah, looks like the chat's working. What's up, Will and Ethan? Yay, and yes, you can hear me. Good. Awesome. Thank you guys for being here. I have a few different sources where I'm looking at my chat. One is not reliable, but this one is. That's good to know. Anyways, so yeah, so let's listen to this track from Red Dead 2. So yeah, it's the basic idea, and it evolves quite a bit towards the end. I won't. I'm not going to get that crazy. The point of at the end, at least, the point of me making this is for an asset pack, so I'm just going to be mainly doing the loopable elements that we heard throughout the majority of the track, and I'm going to incorporate. So what we hear here is a lot of strings and stuff like that, but with the rest of my pack, I've been incorporating mainly sounds from Red Dead 1 and The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. This is a little playlist. With every pack I make a playlist of temp tracks for my inspiration. And not only inspiration, but also tracks that I'll closely follow. And really, it's a really great learning process with composing. But anyways, so I'll be incorporating these types of sounds. I'm not finding good examples, but like the twangy guitar and all the westerny sounds that we think of that Ennio Morricone really made famous for us. The only thing I did behind the scenes, composition-wise, was this little piano thing, which I messed up on. This was like 2 minutes before the live stream. So yeah, you could hear the second half I kind of goofed up, but that's the idea that I'm going to go after with a little more movement. So we're going to just kind of make this alive. But now that I'm hearing it again, I think we could probably make it a little better because it has a different feeling than this does. This is why I love temp tracks. They really help me stay focused. The feeling here with Red Dead 2 is, I don't know, kind of like uncertainty or almost insanity. And maybe the picture is kind of doing that for us as well, but and yeah, Ethan and Will, you guys haven't played it. Highly recommend it, especially the second one. If you're into open world games that are just massive in detail, and you can pretty much do anything in. It's an amazing game. And yeah, the music's really interesting, especially for the second game. So yeah, let's try to replicate that feeling. It sounds like there's some of that kind of like chromatic-y stuff going on. And yeah, Will, you mentioned it's frantic. That's a good word for it. I would say frantic as well. Well said. Whereas this one's just kind of groovy. That's what I think of when I hear that. So let's redo it. But I think I was on the right idea, or on the right track. I'm just choosing a different key because they're in E minor. Oh yeah, and you'll see I have sketch piano. I like to just start my tracks, my compositions with a little sketch piano. And that way I can kind of copy and paste over to the other tracks that I'm using. And it just helps me organize, and I don't know, it really helps it keep efficient. So yeah, we got the tempo. I'm going to increase the tempo just like by 2 because I like that word frantic. I'll just mark that over here. Maybe the character's scrambling to do something. Yeah, I remember hearing stuff like this while playing the game. Tracks very similar to this. And yeah, it was like in the middle of like, obviously there's like combat, there's like shooting, but it was also just kind of like your head was spinning. It was the feeling. It was just like, oh my gosh, there's so much to do. And like, there's so much going on and there's so much drama, that type of thing. So yeah, it was very much a scramble. Okay, so I moved it up by 2. Let's do this. I got it. Sorry. Let me just think of a key. I don't want to do E minor because I don't want to get too close to what they did. I got to stay away from it. So D minor. Close enough. I actually just kind of like that. Maybe I'll do that. That's not stealing too much, right? That's not exactly what they do. Yeah. Okay, I'll do that. That's a good start. Do that one more time. So dun 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 dun. Yeah, super not quantized. I usually quantize at 60%. Keep it human. Okay, so I'm hearing that descending line. Here's kind of our melody-ish or motif. Bum, 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 bum. Whoops, my bad, not all of them. Just you. And then done. Bum, bum. Okay, and then it repeats. Bum, bum, boom. Boom. Okay, so there's our driving motif right here. Make sure that those notes were quantized. Okay. Oh yeah, and how does this one start? I think it just kind of jumps right in. The track starts ambient, which I'm not going to do. Cool. So it just jumps right in, just fades in. Will you also sketch? Yeah, sketching is the best. I used to not, and I don't always, but I try to keep it a consistent part of my workflow. Okay. Oh, I was listening for the lower end. Boom, bum, boom, bum, bum, boom. I'll do something a little different because I'm hearing something a little different. No, not that. That sounds like Pokemon. But something here. Let me just keep playing with it. Maybe it just sounds cheesy because it's on piano too. I gotta remember that. I could include, I'm looking at your comment, Will. Yeah, include the ambient part as a separate track. That's true. I actually do have, I'll show you guys where I'm at. Here's my pack thus far, just for context. It's pretty much done. I even included some saloon piano. So I have exploration stuff. Etc. And then, yeah, action. And even some saloon piano. Those were way fun to make. And then theme, this is just like menu music, I guess. I don't know. I didn't know what to call that. It's basically like chilled down action. So that's true. I guess I'm feeling content on how many exploration stuff I have at the moment. But it wouldn't hurt to add another one. Just adds more value. Sure, let's keep it simple. Just do that. So no, I didn't like. Bum, bum, boom. Go to the F, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, and then the C, that harmonizes. Cool, all right, good enough. I'm liking it. All right, I also heard some maracas and shakers in this track. There's like a, it's like a drum set, but with maracas and shakers. Let's lay this down. I got some maracas right here. Just bring the box up. Got a box of shakers and maracas. It had kind of this downward motion, but a. Okay, here we go. Oh, you're gonna hear double, and I gotta fix this somehow. Or you might not. Maybe I think I know how to fix it. If you do, sorry. I wasn't ready for that. I'm gonna do that one more time. Oh, wait, is this even, oh, that's why. Gotta put it on the right input and make it mono. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I forgot. I'm like blasting it. Whoops. That second time with this bass, I'm gonna change it. To something. Let's see. Sure, why not? Cool. Alrighty. And then, yeah, shaker. I'm just going to lightly quantize that on the 8th note. Oh, what is this? Range. What the? I don't even remember what that is. And again, I like 60%. Make sure that's rhythmic. Yep, it is. I actually don't know how much I like those maracas, but that's fine. I'll leave them for now. And then let me just add one more layer. Of shaker. These are all my shakers here. One more layer of shaker or maraca, whatever. I'm just gonna do that. This is a nut shaker thingy. And here we go. On the 2 and 4. Forgot I'm distorting this. Let me turn that down. Cool. I accept. And yeah, let's move on. Oh yeah, I gotta shorten these. All right, let's move on to orchestrating it and whatnot. Yeah, this is actually going to be a really simple one. I mean, we might have some more fun with it, but like the temp track we listen to, it's super simple. It's just like the same loop. But maybe we'll play with like textures and stuff. And I'd love those that are watching any feedback on what you think would sound cool as we go along. Yeah. So let's copy and paste or duplicate these. Oh yeah, let me lightly quantize this as well. Very lightly. Like 40%. Okay. I'm just panning them. Maracas on one side and the shaker on the other. Because why not? I don't know. Give it some space. Alrighty. Let's see. Do they have any other elements going on? What else do they have going on? Okay. Well, let's just start orchestrating this. So I got a great cello sound for this. I'm imagining a cello playing. This is Cinematic Studio Solo Strings. This company just makes amazing stuff. I love everything they produce. Probably have time to check out their woodwinds sometime in this stream. Those are my absolute favorite. But yeah, their solo strings are pretty good as well. So let's see. I've got the staccato patch and it's key switch based. So let me just find that key switch. Oops. Should be F, yeah. Okay. Key switch and then, excuse me, and then it's a mod wheel. Whoops. Oh, yeah, and it's like delayed. I have to delay everything. So with this track, that's just how everything needs to be pushed back a certain amount, and it's kind of annoying. Oop, too much there. Oh, we're like way too low. I was like, why aren't we hearing that? Also, I'm like super not liking how this is sounding for some reason. Why is the reverb like... Something sounds weird here. Let me do this main mix. Actually, we'll just do their preset mix. Sorry guys if I'm mumbling. You'll have to forgive me. Okay, I guess that sounds better. Why do you sound weird? Huh. Probably just sound different than I remember. Oh, that's why. I have this. Maybe that's why. This plugin that's maybe affecting the stereo. Oh, yeah. I have width. Okay, that sounds way better. Wow. 7% width made a big difference there. Okay. Okay, so we got... Dun-dun-dun. I'm just recording the modulation here. I like recording it rather than just drawing it. Except for right now, as I'm drawing it. Right there. Bum. Higher the modulation, then it gives a longer sound. Cool. Bum. Bow. And then, oh yeah, it changes the second time, and then we'll just repeat it. Let me just mute that piano as well. Cool beans. Sorry guys, I'm like multitasking. Okay, here we go. This whole live stream thing is messing with my brain. Oh, you can see the chat. I just realized that. Oh, and it doesn't go away? I'm now seeing what you guys see. Whoops. Probably should fix that. I don't know. You guys don't mind, do you? I'll just leave it. It's fine. That's funny. Okay, I'm not feeling this vibe. I gotta create a pad here. I'm gonna lay down a pad. I'm just not. Honestly, I'm not liking it right now. So let's really create the atmosphere. I'm gonna go to Omnisphere. Let's create the atmosphere by going to Omnisphere and just lay down a pad that like gives it context, I guess is the best word for it. Let's see. Will, you don't mind the chat? Good. Cool. Me neither. I mean, I can't even see it, so I'll leave it for now. All right, so we're in Omnisphere, and let's do sort by mood. Let's check out, sure, ominous. What do you got? Okay. Something that takes a while here. Actually, I don't want noisescapes. I want, what is it called? The playable... Textures playable. I love these. Love these. Let's do dark. What key was I in again? D. Yeah, something like that is what this needs. Just kind of in the background. Okay. I'm liking the idea. I'm going to save that and keep looking around here. And I'm just going back to the track to really get a sound for it. Fun fact, this is actually what I did. The way I'm constantly referencing this Red Dead track is exactly what I did with one of my packs that's currently best-selling, and I did it with Skyrim music, exploration music. I just kept referencing the track, and I learned so much from it. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Just picking a temp track and like really, really closely referencing it and listening to it and figuring out why doesn't mine sound like that, and then just like deconstructing it, going back and forth. It's really, really cool. It's almost like you're learning from the composer themselves. Okay, yeah, now that I hear, I think there is a tiny bit of pad just like way, way in the background. And it's really distant. It actually sounded closer to what I had. Was it this one? Like that, kind of. Except it was way in the background. I'm just going to do that. And let's see, does this evolve very much? Let's see. It stays put. Okay. I just don't want it to like all of a sudden bring out these random textures, which Omnisphere is really good at. But it's not what I want for this track. Shoot, actually, I think I will start with ambient. To your point, you mentioned that earlier. I'm just going to start with like 2 measures of this ambience. And then I'll create a loopable version when I'm done writing the track of just like the strings stuff. But I think for the sake of musicality, it deserves just like this sound. Plus, in the context of interactive music, dynamic music, it makes sense. That would be the ambient layer. So let me cool. I'm going to do 4 measures of that. So I'll just move you guys back by 1. Whoops. All right. Cool. And now I like to I'm going to bounce this track in place and just loop it on my own, just kind of crossfade it. That way I don't have to wait. Because in Logic, in order to hear like an ambient track, if it's played by MIDI, you have to start from the beginning of the MIDI and play through. I don't think Pro Tools does that. Anyways, it's just annoying. So this is just for my own purposes, really, to just hear this ambience continued throughout. Yippers. Just like that. Let's see, Will, you mentioned, hey, Video Game Music Alliance. Great to see you too. If you are bugged about the chat on the screen, too bad. No, I'm joking. That'll be fixed another time. So whatever you say will be permanently posted. But it's great to see you. Good to see you as well. And yeah, Will, you mentioned that's what you were hearing as well. Good. Yeah, definitely needs that ambience. Oh, let me move those maracas. Those maracas sound kind of funny just in this current context. All right, things are sounding coming along. Let's move this piano now over to some strings. So definitely ready for that. I love the Stradivari, butchering the name probably, violin from Contact, or from Native Instruments, I think. Sounds amazing. All right, now let's layer that with an octave higher, dun, dun, dun. So another violin there. And I'm panning the violins unlike a live orchestra, so bear with me. And now let's add another element. Now we're rolling here. Okay, I'm gonna add another element that I didn't put in the sketch piano, which is fine. A little syncopated rhythm here. On the third time. Something like that. I should dive into these notes here. Matt, or Will, you asked, why am I overlapping the MIDI? Oh yeah, so here's the MIDI right here. And in order to hear this consistently, I would have to reset the MIDI, like repress it every time, or I could duplicate the MIDI track. But I don't like how that sounds always, so I'm just kind of in the habit of bouncing this track in place. So these are actually audio files here, and I'm overlapping it because then as this file is decaying, the next one is coming in. This looks like a hot mess when you're zoomed in like this. Yeah, that looks better. As one is decaying, the other is starting to come in. So it sounds like a nice, easy transition. It's just, I don't know, it's just something that I like. Also, I don't like relying on the MIDI because I have to reset it in order to hear it. And I want to always be able to hear if I'm having an ambient track in the background. I hope that answered your question, but yeah, that's why I've just got it overlapping. So that it doesn't have to replay the MIDI. And man, I should have went with my gut. My gut instinct on this maraca was to go chicka 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 chicka. That's definitely what I'm feeling on that, and I'm gonna redo that real quick. All right, round 2 of maraca, and I'm gonna use a different set of maracas because I think those are wimpy. One moment. All right, here we go. Almost started swinging the 16th and it's chicka 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 chicka. Cool. All right, let's quantize that lightly and clean that up real quick, and then we'll move on. I'm just adding fade-ins and fade-outs here. I don't like that reverb for these maracas. I'll just do a little bit of it. Okay. And then, yeah, a little bit of quantize. Just a tiny bit. 60, 50%. Cool. This cello is kind of annoying me. We'll make it sound better in a second here. Just gotta lay down the elements. And I think I know for this third layer, just simple. Something like that. Let's try it out. That's so much of this note, though. Let's see. Let's try this out. All right, there it is. I like that one. And let me quantize that. A lot of quantizing makes things a lot easier. And then we got to delay this one a little bit. Oh crap, quantize went. I was playing it so early that it thought it quantized it to the 16th note above. That's okay. Or before what I wanted it to. Cool. Fix that again. Just trying to make it not so behind the beat. And then what if we did this? And then, so I just raised the octave again, and let's make this, instead of a saute single, or I'm not saying saute, I think that's a dance term. I don't know how to pronounce it. So key switching this right here. So the first time, sorry, I'm trying to commentate everything I'm doing here. The first time this second violin plays. Oh yeah, I should take out that bottom note. I forgot about that. Whatever, I'll leave it. It's fine. So first time it plays, it's like this. Second time, it'll be, I'm key switching. I don't know. Let's try that out. And then we'll go back down. I know we're kind of climaxing a little too soon here compared to our temp track. That's fine though. We gotta fix this cello. I keep ignoring it. And I think I forgot to copy and paste over the second time where it changed. Yep, I did. So let me do that. Move that over here. And then we can add even more string here. This will help the low end, the cellos out a lot. Let's just add a whole string section, perhaps. Just really give it some beef. This is Cinestrings. They recently updated their interface. Okay, let's try that out. I don't know how I like this, how I feel about this, but it's fine. That's fine. And then raw note there. You think, I'm looking at your comment, Will. There's some eerie string. Oh, yeah, you're right. There was. That is, yeah, we are missing that. Yeah, let's do that. I'm just going to finish this bass, and I'll do some eerie strings. I'm feeling I'm going to get carried away with this one, but that might be okay. All right, let's check out the temp again. Whoops. Yep, I'm hearing it. Very, very faint. It almost sounds like here, I think I have some patches that might be along those lines. I don't have a ton of stuff that's like atonal or eerie, but let's check out what East West has. I think in one of their, let's see, symphonic orchestra. This is an old, very old sample library, but they have some good stuff. These seem, yeah, these are a little too much. Maybe not that one. Okay, I don't hate that. I'm just sitting here thinking about it. So this is 18 violins, cluster, and air. Just naming the track real quick. That reminded me of another library I have that is included in Complete. What's it called? Thrill. Yeah, they have some cool stuff. Oh, and I don't remember how to... I need to do my homework on Thrill and learn how to, what's it called? Assign X and Y, this X and Y axis. Oh, here it is. Yay, that was easy. So let's make this CC1. There we go. And then this is CC11. That setup would work best for me. Yep. Do you have Thrill? Oh, hey, we're on the same wavelength. Will, that's awesome. All right, let's check out Atmosphere. Cause yeah, theirs was really, really light. I wish there was just like a quartet version. Maybe they have quartet stuff. Oh, do I have to redo the key switch or the assignments every time? Oh well, that's fine. All right, too much. We don't want that. Let's check out. I'm just gonna go through all of these here. That one's not bad. That's not bad. I'm going to check out what they had again. Okay. Oh, I'm also remembering I wanted to incorporate some of the sounds of Red Dead 1 in this, and that maybe we can use that to bring some cluster in. Let's see. We need something high. Wow, they have so much stuff here. It's been a while since I've checked out Thrill. That one's pretty good. Okay. I like it if we just stay down here. Might be acceptable, except we have to make sure we're on the right kind of note. Oh, I think we are. Alrighty. I'm liking it. Let me just copy and paste. Oh, and I gotta fix this cello. Sorry, ADD here. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, let's record some thrill. Thrill ambiance. Oh yeah, and let me assign the X and Y real quick. I saw what you said, Will. Yeah, you can move around with the mouse. That's true. I do prefer knobs and faders for this one. Just for recording purposes, it makes things logistically a lot easier. Otherwise, I have to route it to like an audio track or an aux track. At least that's just how Logic works. And it's kind of annoying. But that is, yeah, that's good to know. Oh, I can go an octave higher. Okay, let's do that. I'll fade that in more. We should have like a zhoo. That'd be cool. Okay, sick. And I'm going to do the same thing with bouncing in place. So bounce that in place, the thrill ambience. Let me make that a different color so I can keep it separate. Oh, oops. Okay. So it'll crossfade. Okay, let's have some fun with this. I'm going to now make it my own thing. I'm now going to drift away from the temp and slowly and start to do my own thing. Incorporating the sounds of Red Dead 1 so that it fits in the context of the rest of my pack. So, let's see. To do that, I'll just copy and paste these strings over a couple more times. And I'll go back and make some fine-tuning adjustments with the octaves and everything like that. But yeah, let's add some rhythm section. So let's start with this hi-hat here. I'm going to do it a little sooner. And I'm going to speed up the tempo like by 2. Let me just adjust the velocity here. Right there. Man, velocity affects groove so much. Really makes or breaks it. It can make you go, it can go from dancing, like a danceable groove, to like all of a sudden you feel like a grandma. That's just how I feel about like if velocity is like off on a groove. Okay, good enough. Again, Red Dead 1 vibes here. So now I'm going to reference a different track. Whoops. Just to get me on the right path here. Something like this. Let's see. Not that one. Something like this, maybe. The drums keep stopping every time I skip. That sort of idea, except in this context. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting ahead. I'm hearing how it'll all sound with those instruments. Ah, man, I don't like that. I think it should be twice as fast. Okay, instead of a drum kit, actually, it should be kind of like a marching band. What was the... Okay, let's try this. There it is. That gives it the old... Just an exciter there on the sum. Cool, let's fix that. Right there. Just fixing the velocity again, make it groovable. And now we can keep the hi-hat going, actually. And I'm feeling now the cellos, like I said, now I'm making it my own thing. So I'm going to do... I think that pattern is good for just an introduction, but now it's got to be moving, like with all the other strings. So I'm going to do that. And we'll keep this ghostly ambience in the background still throughout the whole track, which is good for potential stemming it out for game developers to use and integrate in like dynamic music settings. That could just be their ambient layer. Okay, here we go. And with the cello thing, let's have that. Right there. Bum, bum, boom. Let me turn on the latency. There's some latency going on. Okay, let's do that bass. Oof, this is getting messy here. Cool. Sorry, just making sure these are all lined up. Forgot I gotta narrate here. Oop. Alrighty. I don't know if I want the palm muted. Maybe I want this one. Yep, that's what I want. Okay, I'm gonna redo that real quick. There we go. And now, so this is the Rickenbacker bass. Am I delivering my tracks in separate layers? To answer your question, kind of. For this pack, I don't know. I just kind of play it by ear. I've seen that game devs like drums only tracks, at least with like this one pack that I did that was like fantasy battle stuff. So for some of them I like to try to give them a variety. So there's a track I did called Timed Robbery. And I gave them, so there's Timed Robbery that doesn't loop, then there's a loopable version. And then here's an alternative version with just the strings, just like a short loop of strings. And then here's that same loop section, or not the same one. Here's another alternative loop section. So in other words, I like to just give them variety. Or like, here's just the guitar of a small section. And then here's just the drums of the small section. So I don't know if that answers your question. Like, yes and no. I like to deliver separate versions, separate tracks, just to squeeze as much like value, as much juice out of each track as possible. This is definitely gonna be the last track I do for this pack. I debated not doing it, but I just figured one more couldn't hurt. Yeah, anyways. And now, so with this Rickenbacker bass, probably saying that wrong, I'm going to have it play just on the lowest string possible, and that gives it the coolest sound. I think it sounds very Red Dead-y. Let's see, which button was it? I think it was B. Use D string. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, I think is it D string? Let's see. Oh no. Yeah, that's it. Using the E string. As opposed to, it's such a subtle difference, but I think it makes a huge difference. And I am hearing a drum set, man. Okay, I am gonna add a drum set for sure. Okay, and now, yeah, let's keep these cellos going, actually, after all. I think that's fine. Bum, bum, bum. And let's keep these guys down an octave. Okay, then And the ambience is a bit too loud here. And I forgot to quantize the bass. That's what stinks about quantizing, is it gets rid of those slides. So let's just do this. I'll just select all of them except those slides. I guess I kind of want to quantize those slides. Those are a little early. All right. Cool. I'll accept it. And now change the second ending on this one. Bum, bum, bum. Alrighty. Let's see. I'm just brainstorming. I'm definitely hearing drum set in here. I'm just thinking it through here. I'll just leave it as it is for now. The drums. Let me try this out, see how this sounds. I have mixed feelings about it. So you guys will have to let me know what you think. And let me just change the voicing of this. There you go. Ah, yeah. Cool. I like that. Like I said, sometimes I get too carried away with loops. I should just keep this pretty short too, this loop. That's what I'm thinking. So just, I don't want to get too complex with it. Spend too much time on it, just because I did that with all the other ones so far. And I don't know how well this will actually sell, to be honest. It's not like Western music is one of the biggest in demand, you know. So yeah, this is an experiment, this pack, that's for sure. Therefore, I don't want to spend too much time on it. So yeah, let me just add some cymbals. Those sound a little too bright for this context. Just take out the brightness on that cymbal a little bit. Let's make it really Western by adding our Western percussion. Yeah. Oh, whoops, this sounds weird. Let's see. Oh, that's why. Okay. Okay. Oh, what guitar is that? Yeah, this is Electric Sunburst in Complete, but I did like a lot of YouTube research and whatnot to really get that sound right. So it's not one of the presets that you can find. I did some sort of, I found one that sounded close enough. That was like some kind of country guitar. I don't remember what it was called. And then I added Spreenbox. It's a Logic plugin, so just any pedal that's like a Spreen effect, and it has like a vintage style, which was pretty cool. And then Echo Boy Jr. to give it even more bounciness and echo, and I made the echo time just really, really short, so it's pretty immediate. It's acting almost as a reverb, almost. With this setting too. Transmitter. It worked out. I thought it turned out really nicely. I like it. And then this is one I use kind of for leads. That's also Sunburst guitar. And yeah, I did the same thing. I just tweaked settings. And I think with this one, I went all out and went into guitar rig. Because one thing, this is a fun thing I've been learning, is if you really want to learn about amps and stuff, at least, take any preset that Electric Sunburst has and then replicate all of it in like guitar rig or whatever. And you can learn a lot, like every single setting, try to replicate it. And that's what I did with this, and I switched things along the way, and I learned a lot. And yeah, it was awesome. Anyways. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to have some suspended strings come in. Yeah, by now this is all just improvising here. That's kind of what composing is, though, isn't it, at the end of the day? Sounds like you have Complete as well, Will. Yeah, it's the complete set, that's for sure. I really like Electric Sunburst guitar. I think it sounds really, really nice. So when that crash cymbal hits, I'm going to have these strings come in just in the background. I don't know how much I like that. Funny enough, I don't know how much I like this whole track, but that's okay. I'm just going to keep going. Forge ahead. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to compare. Let's go back to our original temp. Excuse me. Oh yeah, upgrading to complete 14. Yeah, I think June actually. Isn't that when they have their upgrade sale, like half off or something? Yeah, 14 looks awesome. All their additions. I think they have some new guitar. Speaking of guitar patches, like vintage Sunburst or something, looks super awesome. I don't know if I'll have. I don't know if I will save up for that or not, but it looks super super cool. I'm just gonna top this track off with some. Let's see, where are these ones? Tambourine. Why can't we hear you? You just decided not to play. East West. You just said I'm out. Okay, well, let's reload you. Black Swamp. Tambourine. There we go. Drenched in reverb here. I've been doing this with like all the tracks. It just makes it cowboy-y. That was super loud. But I liked the roll and everything. Let's just turn this down. Chicka-da-gut. Like a lot. Yeah. Okay, I don't hate this anymore, this track. I'm just adding some tambourine here. Actually, let me do it on. Oop, go back on that one. Alrighty. Boom. And then we'll add some clave and stuff. Castanets. I still think it's way loud. Turn that down. Let's do that. Alright, you can barely hear him, but there's claves in there. Just quantize that. And then castanets. Castanets. Whoops. Cool. So yeah, going back to what I was saying with you, Will, earlier. I'll probably, for this track, for example, I'll like bounce out a version that's like just like when the guitar comes in, like just that section, and maybe like 8 bars or whatever, or 16 bars of just this as like a loop, separate from the one that starts ambient and then goes into battle and etc. Yeah, that was just on my mind earlier. Let's see. Let's think of an ending here to wrap this one up. This one wasn't too bad. I love just dropping out the instruments and like leaving it, keeping the drums going. I just think it sounds so cool. Like right here. Except maybe more like. Oh wait, the guitar. That's what's throwing me off here. Whoops, keep going, drums. Might do something like that. That might be kind of fun. Whoop. And yeah, it is very easy to do, bouncing out the tracks. And it does add value, and it just makes it, I mean, I think there's like a perceived value concept here. Like here's, my current Western pack. It makes it look like there's a lot. Like you just see action, action, action. This is only 3 tracks. That's kind of why I did it in the first place for this one. Because I was like, man, that doesn't look like a lot. And I don't know if that's cheating. I don't think it is. I mean, I genuinely am trying to give them as much value as possible. And same with exploration. Like, yeah, I think these are 3 or 4 tracks. So yeah, there's definitely something to be said about perceived value. Uh-oh, lots of static. Is it still staticky? You'll have to let me know. I'm going to close other stuff here. Let me know if it's still staticky. And I'll cry. No, I'm just joking. I'll figure it out. I'm going to check the YouTube here. Over here, see what they have to say about my streaming quality. Thanks for your patience on Amateur Hour here. This is definitely a new concept, streaming. All right, let's see. Yeah, let me know if it's still staticky. Only when I'm playing my track. Any of them? So only when I'm playing in Logic. How was that? Still staticky? Yep, still staticky, huh? Bummer. Literally don't know how to fix that. I might just try closing Logic and opening it again. Let me check my stream health here. Stream is healthy. Yeah, right. Obviously it isn't. All right, I'll just try the one thing I do know. I'll just close this and open it at the risk of showing my world my desktop. Let that load. Yeah, thanks for your patience, Will. It might be reassessing power with streaming. Oh, processing. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it is. Well, good thing I'm almost done with this track. And yeah, this is something I've been meaning to do forever, but streaming, I mean, and just it is, yeah. Haven't found the time, and it can be very complex. All right, let's see if this helps. I kind of doubt it, but I hope it will. And if it doesn't, then I have no clue. Yeah, I think Steven, I wonder if it's a frame rate, yeah, or how I'm streaming or something. But it's weird that it was fine earlier, so that's confusing. All right, how's this? Is that sounding better? Oh, what was that sound? Let's see. Yeah, that sounds good. Yay! Turn it off and turn it on again. That's the tried and tested rule. Tried and true. However the saying goes. Okay, I've never found a track where I've had use for this, but I want to so bad. I don't know if this is the track, though. Probably not. But it sounds so cool. Whoop. There we go. All right, I'm just going to finish this off by adding more percussion, just a little bit more layers, making it a little more beefy. I got some timpani. Oops. Oh yeah, this is from, I usually don't use this plugin, but it's percussion from Symphony Essentials. I just decided to use it for this pack because why not? I liked the attack. I don't know, it just reminded me of a westerny sound, and I've got a compressor on it to really kind of give it a vintagey pop. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's got to load all my instruments. Everything's loading. So everything's going to sound funky while it loads. That's funny and weird. I'm glad it worked. I don't know why it happened. Wish I knew why. I bet ChatGPT knows. That'll be a question for later today. Add this chime here. And now this needs some meat, some beef here. I'm trying to find, I think it was this one. No, it was this one. I just like that. It just sounds very homemade. Man, I'm not finding a groove that I like at all. This is very different than the other tracks. Spitfire is really good. Yeah, I haven't checked out their free library. That's good to know. Or at least their discovery library. I love their lab stuff. But I haven't checked out their other stuff. That's good to know. Yeah, I use East-West timpani, which is, I think it's great, but decided to switch it up for this project. Speaking of Spitfire, here's a drum line from Spitfire. Their originals. Just the bass drums. Anyways, yeah, the groove in this track is pretty self-explanatory. It's funny, I have a tendency, and this is, I don't think it's a good thing. Oh, I probably shouldn't open Apple Music if that caused the distress. I won't. I have a tendency to want to like build tracks to like a big climax and whatnot. But for video game music, that's not always what's needed, like rarely ever. And so for this track, I think I'm just like scratching my head. I'm like, what more can I do? But I mean, perhaps this is it. This is good enough. Like, it's a loop. It's simple. It has the elements that I wanted it to have. Something about it just feels off and unfinished, but I don't know what. And I think that may be a good thing in this case, because maybe that means it's serving the purpose of video game music. So, yeah, let me finish this up, and then I'll master it and do all that, and I'll record all that as well, of course. And yeah, I'll do the different versions while I'm at it, just to show that whole process. Because I've been trying to figure out efficient ways to do all of that. Oh no, I think it does need a bass drum. I was playing with that earlier. Okay, and I'm going to layer this up. Here's something kind of cool I learned. I'm going to layer this with, so this kick drum here, this marching bass drum. I love how homemade it sounds. I'm going to layer it with this kick drum that I got from an app called Splice. And I sampled it. I took the sample and then put it in Logic. So now I can pitch it however I want. But this A is where I like it. So now I'm just going to duplicate it. And it helps. So it's like this track serves as the high end and the mid end, and the one on the bottom serves as the low end. So here's how that sounds. And I'll just sort of mix the two, blend them together. And then I'll EQ, of course. So yeah, let's fix this. Kind of the right idea. Oh yeah, how long is it? How long is this track? Good question. I like to aim for like 2 minutes, but lately I'm realizing that's like overkill. It just is so much, it's very time consuming. Well, if we're counting the ambient part, which why wouldn't we? It is, well, and I've still got to make the ending, but assuming the ending goes on a little longer. It's about a minute and a half. So yeah, I think that's totally acceptable. That's a great length. Okay, yeah, now that kick drum's really coming out. I'll turn it down a bit. And I'm gonna do, what's it called? Some side chaining. on the bass part here. So sidechain on the vibe deep kick. So I'm making it so that the bass guitar is going to dip down in frequencies every time this kick drum plays, which is super cool. And I'm using iZotope plugins to do this. They're Neutron 3 equalizer. So here's an extreme example here. Pretty cool. Make it sound like a dance song. Yeah, I won't do it to that extent, but something like that. And also, let me turn that bass down a bit. Just so that there's room. I just want that kick to really come out. And let's add a another snare. Do. So we kind of have our drum set feel. Let me figure out what I'm doing here. This is Damage 2. I just love how crisp their close mic drums sound. I think it's amazing. Okay. Whoops, forgot what I was doing here. Let's see how much I like this. Let's pan this other snare drum to the left and maybe this one a little more to the right. And let's give some verb on this one that's panned to the right. So it's basically playing what the tambourine is playing. Whoops, did it. There we go. And now let's change up the groove a bit. Something like that. Just having fun at this point. And yeah, I'm gonna repeat this bass one more time. And then it'll go out and just be a little percussion breakdown. So that gives us room to finish that guitar phrase. Sorry, I'm not commentating what I'm doing. I'm just kind of going for it here. I like having just a little percussion break, a breakdown, and that's what I'm doing here. Let's keep this going, the snare drum. And let's simplify the strings here. Make it sound kind of bare and naked. And let's try this. I'm just experimenting. Let's bump both of them up an octave. It's a different texture. I don't know how much I like it, but that's a very different sound. I'll leave it for now. Just kidding. No, I don't like it. It's going back down. And then maybe I'll just end it there. Oh, yeah, I knew we had more missing percussion. Something was off. That's it. And then this needs some, like, twangy guitar. Something like that. You guys get the privilege of just seeing my face instead of my keyboard. Let's do like a junt gun. I'm getting carried away, but that's fine. I messed up on that one. I'm gonna do that again. All right. Dun dun dun. Diddle. Alrighty. Layering that up. This one feels a little early. Oh, that's why, because it is early. Dun 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 dun. Add another hit here. Dun 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 dun. And then I've been doing this with my last couple tracks. We could just have percussion, because that makes for just a nice transition, a nice loop. At least it can, because the percussion usually doesn't decay for too long. Actually, I kind of like this. I'm just going to repeat that again. Kind of like a B section. And again, that can be its own loop. Fun. Just with the percussion and this low end bum ba bum. Let me duplicate that with the bass. Dun 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 dun. Just gonna repeat that phrase. Dun 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 dun. That's what I'm hearing. Oh yeah, let me copy and paste these guys over. And now I'm gonna call it done. Cool. Oh yeah, I forgot to start this ambience here with a little fade. Now let's do some EQing, make sure we're not in the way too much of... I'm just gonna cut out this low end here. Like from 200, 300. Save that for those that need it. Same with this Ghosts one. About the same. There we go. Just doing some general mixing here. I think this gives us a really good variety. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or not in game music. Probably not to some degree, but like I said, I'll bounce certain loops so that it doesn't change so much in texture, so that they have the option. Cool. I'm thinking I'm about done. Something still feels a little off about it that I can't put my finger on. Oh yeah, I forgot this percussion here. Don't forget the percussion. My live shaking. And I'm going to do something to this drums sum here that I have. I'm just going to add, I thought I already had it in here. Excuse me. Maybe it's in here. I'm going to add Radiator. Excuse me again. From Sound Toys. Right here. Yeah, it gives it a hiss, which I don't like, but that's okay. I can get rid of that later. Or I can keep it. Oh, and let me add those bass drums in here into the sum. Okay. Huh. It's not making the difference I thought it would make, so never mind. Yeah, never mind. I'm going to leave that out. That's probably why it's not there in the first place. I think the exciter is what really gives it the sound that's so cool here. Before and after. Here's without the exciter. Here's with. Oh, I just added the hi-hat in the, what's it called? In the drums sum here, and you could hear the change it made. It got a lot louder. I don't know if I like it in there. Let's take out the saturation I have on the hi-hat. It's still so loud. I'll leave it out of the sum. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, now the low strings need just one more thing, and it's this amazing patch from Omnisphere that I love, and I oftentimes have a hard time finding. I keep forgetting to like save it in a spot where I can quickly recall it, so hopefully that won't happen right now. Let's see. It's a bass, and it's not synth. Let's see. I'm just going to do this. I know the fastest way I can find this so that we're not watching me look for this patch is to find it in a project I remember using it in about a year ago. This is what's cool about Logic is I can, and I'm sure other DAWs, I'm pretty sure they have this capacity as well. You can go and find the file within Logic, within the DAW, find another Logic file and open it up and view. So I'll show you here. Where am I? I got to think. Which was this for? This was for the strings. What did I call it? Wonder Strings. And it was Moving Mountains. Okay. So here's the session file. So I click open. And this is in the file section. And it's asking me, which version do you want to open? Then you hit OK. Oh, wait. I did that wrong. You double click it. You don't click open. Then you click OK. And now it just shows you a list of all of the tracks here. And you can go through and add. You can even add the whole content. Oh, I think it was this one. Might have been that one. But I'm just adding the plugin. You can also add notes and automation or whatever, and you're adding it into your current session. Super, super cool. So I'll add all the ones that I think it might have been. Pretty sure it was those two. Yeah, I'm like almost positive. Okay, so add. You can also import project settings like tempo and stuff. It's really, really cool. Now I'll close that. And here it is, straight from my other Logic. I don't have to close Logic. I didn't have to close this session and open up the new session to find it. I could just do it within the session. It's pretty cool. Yep, this is the one. I just love that. It's punchy and it's Omnisphere, so it's super low, super bassy. And it's called Experibass Sticcato. Sticcato. Sounds like a slappy upright. So I'm going to layer that with this. Not super slappy yet. Yeah, I'm not liking the punchiness. I might not. Let's try. Well, let's experiment here. Definitely turn down that bass marching kit like a lot. I changed my mind about that marching kit. I don't know how much I like it. At least not that present. All right, ADHD moment. I'm realizing I don't like this bass a whole lot. That's okay. It was worth a shot. I think there's a time and place for it. How about in this bassy section? That would be cool. Let's try that out. Cool. I like it. I'll keep that. Keep what I like. And maybe... Sure, why not? Let's layer in this guy. I'm just gonna take out a little bit of bass, lest we become so bassy and destroy someone's speakers. No, I have a tendency in my tracks to add way too much bass, so I'm trying to monitor that right now. I'm experimenting with these violins again. I'm actually going to do a third Stradivari violin just for this section. And bump it up that third octave. Just because I think that's what this needs here. Yeah. Yep, and then... and then just space. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna call it done. And now let's bounce it and stuff. I forgot what time I was planning on ending. That's fine. Oh, 1:30, I think. So this is perfect. Okay. I'm just gonna listen through it one more time. See if there's anything I missed. So from beginning to end. There is something I missed. Just that transition into that. This won't be too difficult. Let's go to Rise and Hit from, oh, look, I have a thing right here, transitions. Oh, but I have nothing loaded, I remember. Okay, Rise and Hit in Contact from Complete, or Native Instruments, I think. Hey, Adam, what's up? Super cool live stream yesterday. I'm actually writing this track inspired by the things I learned from you. So, way to go. Super, super cool. That reminds me, speaking of ambient layer, I got to finish that out. Okay, I'll deal with that in a second. Alrighty, so Rise and Hit, all we're adding here is just a transition to our beginning, and then let's get to bouncing it and mastering it and all that good stuff. Let's just do a swoosh. Just something simple. See, finding the right transition is always something that takes way longer than I want it to, but it's so important. Let's try this one. I'm not feeling that. I don't want to get too picky. I just don't like the ending. Ooh, that's cool. What don't I like? Let's see. All right, let's try that out. So this is 8 beats. So let's make it 4. Okay. Yeah. I don't really like it. I like the idea of it. I'm going to bounce that in place like I did with those ambient ones, just so I can kind of manipulate it as I please, as I desire. And let's look for just one more. What don't I like about that? Besides the loudness. And thanks, Adam. I appreciate it. It would be fun implementing this in a Wwise project. That should be my next step here with all these tracks. I just started learning Wise. I started the certification process, and I'm on like lesson 2, and it's a lot. I'm more of a video person, so it's hard reading a textbook like thing, but I'm learning. Okay, Ryzen hit. Let's go back to their presets. Let's check out the soft swishes. Actually, what am I doing? I'll just go to Splice. And I have all-time usage. I just have a playlist here of sounds I use all the time. These are my go-to. And I'll use one of these here. Which one am I thinking of? This one. That might be too much for this scenario, but let's try it out for this context. Let's give this a shot. Oh yeah, turn that way down. Yeah, I don't know. That feels too epic. I don't know. I don't hate it. I think I'm sold. I think I'll keep it. Oh, that's good to know. So they have a video at the end of the certifications, or at the end of the lessons. Yeah, I did notice that with lesson 1. I was like, oh, I'm learning about this, like, because I watched the video after reading it all. So that's good to know. Yeah, I would definitely love to be certified in Wise. I call it W-Wise. I don't know what everyone else calls it, but I read it like that. It's weird having 2 W's. Okay, now I'm going to listen through beginning to end, looking for any more things to fix. Yeah, gut feeling, guys. I'm not feeling. This is just too epic. That's not Red Dead sounds. So let's check out. I have this other source of sounds that's coming to mind here. This is some free sound pack I got from Destruction. No, wait, no. Epic trailer sound. Which one was it? Oh, it was Devastator Evolution. And they're mainly epic stuff, but they have some that I think might be appropriate for this. Woo, it's loud. Might. I'm not liking those. Let's go to, I know who does though, for sure, is, what do they call it? Damage 2. I think I mean W weird. Yeah, I know. For reals. For reals, though. Okay, Ensemble Designer. Maybe it stands for something. The W and Y's. I don't know. I don't think it does. Does maybe Fmod stands for something? And they kind of wanted to replicate that. Who knows? See, that's okay. Something like that. It's just perfect. That's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm looking for. Whoops. All right, I'm sold. It's Damage 2 transitions. And I know what I said about this earlier, that I didn't like it, but I didn't mind it with the other transitions. So I'm just going to copy and paste all these. One more. All right, bye, Adam. No worries, man. Come and go as you please. Okay, here we go. Start to end for reals now until I find something to fix. Cool. I'm just not a big fan of the groove in general. That's fine though. Can't win them all, man. At the end of the day, you just gotta finish the track. There was something over here I just want to double check that I thought had a weird entrance with the drums. I just want to try something. At the risk of being cheesy. Whoops. Whoa. That was crazy. Like I said, at the risk of being way cheesy, I just want to try this out. Okay, I'm going to do that. I think I figured out the groove here. So I'm going to change just this kick drum part. Where was it? I'm going to change it to this sound. Okay, here we go. Whoops. That sound right there. Okay, so I'm just, doing like a halftime groove. Halftime meaning the snare hit basically is on 3 and 4. As opposed, 3 and 4. The snare hit is on 3 as opposed to 2 and 4. 3, 4. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what halftime means in this context. Question begs though, should I keep this drum going? Maybe I'll make this so we don't have so much snare going on. I'm gonna make this snare drum. It'll still be a snare, but with the snares off. Let's try that out, and let's do this. Oh dear, we have to do that for all of the regions. I'm doing forced legato. There we go. So it doesn't overlap as badly. There it is. It's really heavy on 200 hertz there, so I'm just gonna take that down a bit. Whoops. No. This sounds cool. Ooh, yeah, and then let me mute. In case I change my mind, I'm going to mute this extra snare part and move it over there, but I probably won't do it. I'll just keep with this simple one. Figuring this out here. Okay, that's going to be playing way in the background. I don't want it too present. Sick. Okay, I'm feeling much better about this now. This whole track. Just something just felt off. And for me, a lot of the times it's just the groove of it. I rely on that so much. Just dirtying up the drums now with some saturation, just a little bit. Yeah, just a little. I'm just seeing what the high, neutral, low does here. Okay. This cymbal sounds like it's being choked, but it's not. Huh. Kind of a nice contrast there, actually. Let's see, what am I hearing? I guess, yeah, groove is a big part of it here. Okay, I'll do it without the hi-hat opening. Here, I'll record hi-hat separately. coming along here. Ooh, I like that too. And yeah, these guys will, I'll duplicate here the bass drum real quick so that they can play exactly what the bass drum is playing. Let me do that real fast. Take out those. Because I'm basically just doubling the bass drum, giving it just a beefy, beefy sound. And then making sure these guys are matching that sound, that rhythm. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Hi-hat. Let me redo that. One more time. Trying to find a hi-hat pattern I'm satisfied with. I gotta be not picky. I'm trying to end this soon, so here we go. Okay. Time to be picky about it. I'm going to record it one more time, just isolated. I got to do double hands here. Okay. Cool. There we go. Yeah, just that part I was unsatisfied with. Again, velocity determines so much of the groove. Yeah, that's better. Okay, lastly, I'm just going to turn down that hi-hat in the mix here of the drums because it's so loud. It's probably because of the compressor bringing it out, but... There we go. Just turning it down on the overhead mix there. I want to add these toms in. I'm just having too much fun here. I gotta end it. I love these toms. But I feel like it would just be too much noise, but I don't know. fun. I liked the second half. I'm going to do it. At the risk of just doing too much, I'm going to do it. In the name of fun music. Having fun. And I can just subtract later. I may not have time to bounce all the versions. I'm ending at 1:30 here, so... Or 1:30 my time. The 30, whatever time it is for those watching. The 30-minute. Yeah, you're not sure about the toms? Yeah. Thank you for your opinion. What did it come out as jarring? And maybe it's a mix thing? Tell me more. I would love your thoughts. Like, what if they were like this in the mix? Too much? While I'm awaiting that response, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I guess bounce it. A little jarring, or just the vibe. Yeah, you're right. You're right, actually. Good point. I may be straying off the path. Although I'm also, yeah, this is my incorporation of Red Dead 1 sounds. Oh yeah, I'm gonna close music just in case. Just in case that made logic fuzzy. Red Dead 1 has stuff like this, these Tommy themes, and a lot of my pack does. What do you think about the mix, the toms in this kind of mix? Percussion, yeah. Good question. Good question, Will. I don't know what I was originally going for. I mean, besides the Red Dead 2, I know I wanted percussion and something like the Red Dead 2 thing. I think because I'm a drummer and percussionist, my tracks tend to lean more towards percussion heavy. So I guess in a way I kind of was going for it, but I kind of wasn't not. Oh, you're switching headphones. Sweet. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you how I have them in the mix. Because how I'm hearing it is, you hear there's syncopation going on, but it's not too crazy. I'll go ahead and play it. Yeah, I may have strayed too far off the path with the drums and everything. They sound a little too modern to me. The drums do, at least. Hey, that's all right, though. Lesson learned. Okay, better headphones ready. You may have already heard it. Cool. Yeah, and when I first recorded it, yeah, it doesn't sound too jarring. When I first recorded it, it was like way up. Yeah, I think these drums are too modern now that I'm hearing it. It almost sounds like cyberpunk. Maybe I'll just kind of vintage-tize them. Vintage. I mean, that doesn't change the nature of the drum beat. But Red Dead 1 does have a lot of drum set-y stuff. Red Dead Redemption's first game soundtrack. Sounds really good for the percussion. Yeah, like for the... I agree. I think this will be a great loop right here. Yeah, the percussion. Yeah, I think just the very core of the drum set sounds almost like electronic music. Oh well, I'm going to leave it just because it gives variety. And why not? And I made it this far. And I'm out of time pretty much, so that's okay. It's part of the learning process. I'm going to go ahead and bounce this as the mix. And yeah, here's just my whole process. I have all these tracks here. Tail, mix tail for different versions. And I have a limiter on the master output at -2, as graciously taught by Stephen Malin in one of his video courses on Video Game Music Alliance. I've just been following his method of basic mixing and mastering. Okay, and yeah, we have the one bar of empty space before music starts. So I'm going to add this to my project, bounce it. Friends No More, that's the name of the song. And I call it the mix, and it's going to bounce. Oh, was it -3? I don't remember. Maybe it was -3. It probably was. I'm just remembering it incorrectly. Oh well. I guess the point is to not peak. -0.3. I'm sure it was for the limiter, yeah. Oh well. I'm just going to stick at -0.2. I think it honestly doesn't make that big of a difference in the grand scheme of things, or maybe it does. Okay, so now I got my mix, and I go in my little project files here because I told it to add it in my project session. And I'm going to add it to this audio file I have set up. There's nothing special on the audio file. I just have it here to solo it. And now I have on my stereo out track, I separate my plugins by when I'm mixing in the mixing stage and then in the mastering stage. So I'm going to turn off the limiter from the mixing stage. And I'm going to turn on some of these plugins for the mastering stage. Again, I use this because Steven said to. And I like it a lot also. I also have Ozone 9, which I love, but this is just easier to use, this plugin, Ultra Maximizer. And I have Insight 2. This tells me my LUFS, which is another term of measuring loudness, basically. And I'm aiming for -14 to -12 LUFS. Don't ask me what LUFS stands for. I couldn't tell you. I forgot. So I like to just go to my loudest part of the track and then do the LUFS from there. Or measure the LUFS from there. Woo! Loud. I try to make sure the loudest part doesn't go too much past -12 LUFS. It usually does. It'll sometimes kind of hit -11. Oh, where did I get Insight? Yeah, good question. This is from, what are they called? iZotope. iZotope, I think. And it actually came, I think you could buy it separately. But I bought it in like a bundle package that came with Ozone 9. Yep. Yeah, sounds like you know. Yep, it is iZotope. Anyways, it came with Ozone 9 and Neutron 3 and a bunch of other stuff. And yeah, it's become my go-to. I actually mainly just use this feature. You can do a lot of cool stuff with the layout that is beyond me, but I use it for LUFS. Cool. And now I'm just going to put a little note to myself in case I need to go back and mix it that the threshold is at negative 5.9. I probably won't need that, but I'll just leave the note there. And now this is good to bounce. And I'm just real quick, I'm going to bounce this, and then I'll do a looped version, and I'll start the loop. I'm not sure where. Oh, there's something I forgot to do when I ended it. Let me just bounce the non-looped version first, since I'm a little over time here. And I'll put it in my folder of finished tracks. And this is Action, Friends No More. Thanks, Will. Have a good one. Alrighty, and I'm going to call that a day as well. I'll bounce these off screen. But yeah, join me next week. I did it earlier today because I had to. I have other plans this afternoon, but yeah, I'll put it on YouTube and I'll make an announcement and whatnot next week. And it's probably going to cut off my talking when I end this live stream. Hopefully it won't. But thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.